What's up, guys? So, hey, guess what? You have to get to a stage in your life where you're every single day coaching. You're coaching, you're coaching, you're coaching. And when you coach, you're coaching only yourself anyway. You're in solitude, you're talking to yourself, and you may as well get your audio program out and start doing programs. And guess what? You're here to improve, yeah? You're here to improve. You're here to get yourself to a better stage. You're here to become your greatest version. That's what it's about. So it's always about understanding how you're moving forward in your life. How you're actually moving forward to become your best version. Because the moment you become your best version, the moment you do more for people, the more you actually give a service of some kind, the better you get. Okay? So that's why you have to organize your thinking, organize who you are, and start really focusing on yourself. Start focusing on your life, focusing on your direction, how you're going to move forward. In a sense, so I had a little break from doing audio programs because I've been in solitude, talking to myself in solitude. And I've learned a lot about how I can be in silence with myself and how I don't need other people. Because the thing is, you have to realize, I've got myself, I've got my own validation. And now, of course, there are parts of me that want a validation from a woman, like touch or kisses or just validation that to understand that I've been chosen by a woman. But my integrity in terms of who I am as a person is telling me, hey, I've got myself. So even when a woman never chooses me, I can still choose myself. You know what I'm saying? So because those women didn't choose me, they chose other guys. I'm still standing. I'm still standing on my feet, okay? I'm not letting that collapse me. I'm not going to go drink alcohol because everyone else is drinking alcohol. I'm just going to get around scenarios and places where I can go and be myself, and where I can go do my life, and where I can go live my life the way I want to live my life. And you have to realize that, I'm on another level, okay? Not to other people, but to myself. I'm a much better version now than I was before. And now, of course, I want to create opportunities for myself. I want to get myself DJing. I want to get myself into a live coaching scenario where I'm coaching people one-on-one and when I'm coaching people one-to-many. And I want to plan this all on my YouTube channel. I want to plan this all on my YouTube channel because me talking to you guys on YouTube, even if you're not listening, can help me move forward because I can post this content online and I can feel that I'm becoming someone in my life. And now you have to understand, society measures people through likes, shares, comments, and through followers. And now, with my profile online, I've got a beautiful profile online, but many people say nothing about my profile. And guess what? I don't make any money from my profile. But I make free content. I make free content and I post it online. And now I become someone who can do something with my product, with my business, with whatever I've got. So I'm coaching myself. And the more I coach myself, the better I get. So I'm looking for a better way. I'm looking to understand life. I'm looking to get to a better stage in my life. So what I'm doing is I'm growing myself. I'm growing myself as much as I can. I'm growing myself in solitude. I'm growing myself and I'm working on my business. I'm working on my business. And now my business is a writing business. It's also a self-regulation business. It's also becoming healthy. It's becoming strong. It's becoming everything. And I'm doing things according to making my own opportunities. I make my own opportunities in life. And you have to realize that, I promise you, if I'm single for the rest of my life, I promise you, guess what? Then I'm going to be happy single. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be happy anyway. But the thing is, you have to realize that I'm not doing anything to prevent my growth. I'm doing everything I can to grow. I'm doing everything I can to be in this moment with myself, to make programs, to do something with myself, to help myself to get to the next stage. Even when other people are not listening. But I'm getting better in my communication. I'm getting better in who I am. I'm getting better in my life. I'm getting better and better and better. And now that's why I want to focus on solely doing a lot of programs. And now will those programs sell to other people? Now that's what I have to try to do. I have to try to sell those programs to other people. I have to try to sell those programs. You understand? And I'm currently selling programs. I'm selling my quotes. I'm selling people. I'm selling things on ClickFunnels with ads. For example, I'm selling things on Instagram and stuff like that. And now guess what? I'm getting results. And guess what? And you have to realize that when you are helping yourself to get to the next stage, you have to understand whether you go dating or don't go dating, or whether you do something in your life. You have to get yourself to a better stage in your life anyway. So you have to focus on better communication skills, lifting yourself, becoming your best version, becoming your greatest version in life. You know what I'm saying? So focusing on helping yourself develop, helping yourself become a better version of yourself. And when you do that, you'll focus on giving content to people. You'll focus on giving something to people. You'll focus on doing something that is going to give you service, that's going to give other people service, and it's going to help you to make money. You have to do things that help you to make money in life. I said, you have to make money. You have to make a lot of money. I said, when you make money in life, you have to be serious about your business. You have to be serious about your business. You have to be serious about who you are as a person. Because when you understand your place in the world, when you understand who you are, for example, and how strong you can be in the world, you don't need other people to do pleasure with. You don't need other people for anything. You just need yourself. You just need to rely on yourself. Rely on yourself. Put yourself back up on your feet. Put yourself on your feet and start rolling with the life that you currently have. Start rolling and going with the flow. Start realizing that you have what it takes. You have what it takes to succeed. You have what it takes to succeed. And you just have to do things in your life that's going to get you further and further and further into success. So you have to focus on your life. You have to do a lot of programs. You have to coach yourself, and you have to coach yourself, and you have to coach yourself. Coach yourself a lot in life. Coach yourself a lot. Coach yourself a lot. Okay, the more you coach yourself, the better you are. You have to understand, I don't rely on a woman for validation. I don't rely on other people for validation. I rely on myself to get myself to the next stage. And that's all I rely on. I focus on myself. I spend a lot of time in solitude with self-talk. And I just be in silence. I turn off the TV. I turn off the pornography. I turn off scrolling, for example, on social media. And I turn off wrestling that I used to watch. And I turn off everything on TV. I don't watch the Australian Open. I don't watch tennis. I don't watch soccer. I don't watch any of it. And I just focus on myself. I just focus on my life and where I'm going with my life. And I'm compounding slowly. I'm compounding my health. I'm compounding who I am. And now, of course, when I go to a nightclub, guess what happens? People are drinking alcohol and they're chasing women. They're chasing women. They don't want to say they're chasing women. They don't want to say that. They don't want to say that they need validation from a woman. Okay, because they're drinking alcohol and they're going to go chase women at the nightclub, and they're going to look like a hierarchy. They're going to look like some guy who has a woman, okay? For example, you understand? But why? Because he drank alcohol to have a woman. He drank alcohol to have a woman. He doesn't want to tell you that. You understand? So a lot of things that are loud are fake. So you see someone who has status, social signaling, all this kind of stuff. They got a car, they got something like some kind of big status in life. That's loud, yeah? But it's fake. It's fake. You don't really know what's happening with those people inside of them. You don't know what's happening to those people inside of them. Okay, they could be drinking alcohol. They could be relying on substances. They could be really, for example, not doing too good in life. You understand? Because the thing is that you have to realize many people get cars. They get cars on credit. They get houses on credit. They get everything on credit, and then guess what? They're stuck in Sydney, or they're stuck in the area that they live in. And then they join a community, and that's it. That's their life. They got a car, they got a house, and they got a job. That's it. That's the standard living in Sydney, for example, in Australia. A car, a house, a job. That's it. And a community. That's it. You have to understand that. That's what most people are trying to do in life. And they got a girlfriend and family, for example, from all that. You understand? And now guess what? What do you do when people don't want to hire you? You keep applying, don't you? You keep applying every single day. Every single day applying as much as you can. toward jobs so you can get a job. You know what I'm saying? And now guess what? You have to believe in yourself every single day. You have to believe in yourself and who you are. You have to believe in yourself every single day of your life. You have to do things according to how you're going to move forward in your life. You know, I just lost 20 kilos in my life. I lost 20 kilos in my life recently, from September to January. And guess what? I'm feeling good about myself. I feel stronger. I walked 106 hours on the treadmill. I dieted and I exercised. And because I've done that, I've been vegan, I've been white sugar free, I've been basically helping myself to be off the alcohol, be drug free, and help myself with life. And now because I've been doing all this, I've been helping myself to grow. I've been helping myself to grow as a person. I've been helping myself to grow, okay? But what is my business? My business is a talking business. My business is a music business. My business is communication. Communication. That's it. Nothing else. My business is communication. And the more I can communicate, the better I'll do. I can communicate through music. I can communicate through life coaching. I can communicate through public speaking. I can communicate through quotes, through social media, all that kind of stuff. That's my business. My business is communication. And the better communicator I am in life, the better my business is. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do in my life. I just want to be a good communicator. I want to be a great communicator with people. And so I want to be the best communicator in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what makes dreams come true. When you can inspire people through your words, through who you are, through how you're moving forward in your life, through how you do life with your perspective, for how you are in your life, when you're pushing yourself every single day and nobody's watching, nobody's rewarding you except yourself. And you're understanding you're putting a lot of work in, but other people don't seem to get it. Other people don't seem to read your content. They don't seem to care about your content. But you put a lot of work in. You put 8 years of work into your social media and everything. And now, of course, you know, in that life, you got little to no money. You got no girlfriend. You got no job. For example, you don't have an expensive car and you can't go traveling anywhere. So you're basically stuck in Sydney or wherever you are. But hey, you got a heart, you got passion, and you can make programs online. You know what I'm saying? And you can just do what you want to do. You got all this time freedom, you got solitude with self-talk, you got whatever you want to do with your life. And you're going to just help yourself. You're going to help yourself to do as much content as you can, and you're going to practice this content online. You're going to practice as much as you can. And you're going to move forward in your life. You're going to move forward anyway. You're going to make as much content as you can. And when you make this content, you will suddenly make your life much better. You'll make your life much better. And you'll focus on a great goal. You'll focus on helping yourself get to a better stage in your life. Because you deserve better in your life. You deserve better. So focus on yourself today. Focus on helping your life to succeed. Focus on something that helps you to grow. Something that helps you make money. Something that helps you get financial momentum. Get you into a community of people. Get you into a placement somewhere. Place yourself somewhere in life. I said, place yourself somewhere in life. Start living your life the best way you can. Start doing your life the best way. Start helping yourself to do a great job for yourself. I said, be caffeine free. Be vegan. Be white sugar free. Be alcohol free. Be poker free. Do not play poker. Do not play cards. Do not gamble. I said, start helping yourself to be more like Jesus Christ every single day. Be as much as you can like Jesus Christ. And when you do that, you'll help yourself. And then you help yourself to delay sex after marriage. You'll do sexual transmutation. You won't masturbate. You won't watch porn. And when you do that, for example, you help yourself to get to a better stage. And then you'll do lots of solitude with self-talk in silence. And it'll just be you. It will just be you. It will just be you in your bedroom. And then eventually you're going to lift yourself. You're going to lift yourself and lift yourself with your communication. You're going to lift your life, okay? You'll start volunteering. You'll start doing work placement somewhere. And eventually you'll get to a better stage in your life. And have hope, have hope, and start really figuring your life out. Figuring how you're going to do everything that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Start really helping yourself to get to the next stage. Start doing your best job for yourself. Start doing something right now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you live life. You live life through helping your life to succeed. And when you help your life to succeed, you're going to grow. You're going to grow as much as you can. You're going to grow as much as you can. That's what you need to focus on. So focus on your life today. Focus on who you are as a person. Make sure that you're growing yourself. Make sure that you're every single day doing the best job you can for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what you focus on. Focus on your life. Focus on something that helps you. So focus on something that makes you the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what you focus on. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this program. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends, and see you guys in the next program.